back to Linda's Pantry. So today I'm doing a beautiful butterflied chicken or spatchcock chicken. I'm going to show you how I do my rub that I use on ribs and chicken and all that. And I'm going to go smoke this on the Traeger grill, and then after it's about halfway through, I'll go ahead and turn that heat up and finish it off. So I hope this brings you along to see another Traeger cook. And you know, it's grilling season. It's hot outside, and what's an easier way? Don't heat up that house, use your Traeger. All right, guys, or your Weber, or your charbroil, or what's another one? Anyway, if this inspires you to stay with me, and I hope it does, go down in that show more box below, hit that like button over at Facebook, and right next to my Facebook link is my Wild Tree website link. Go over there and shop for all organic, all natural products. That's what we're doing at Farmers Market, and it's just been so well received. I hope that you guys enjoy some of the products and look into the idea of maybe becoming a rep or getting a discount on everything every time you shop. All right, guys, if you want any information, get a hold of me. Let's go make this beautiful chicken. It's gonna be delicious. All right, guys, I'm glad you stayed for this. This is my kind of my go-to rub whenever I do the rubs on the pork or chicken or anything like that. And I thought I'd go ahead and share it with you, since I've had quite a few of you asking how do we do that. And let me grab my measuring cup that I like. Let's see. I guess this one I'll have to do. So first what I do is gotta have garlic. And this is my homemade garlic powder. So you dehydrate the garlic. I've got a video on that. You dehydrate the garlic and then you put it in the grinder. And sometimes it'll cake up a little bit on you, but I'm against putting those anti-cake agents in there because they're usually made of things we shouldn't be eating. So I've got cayenne pepper because I like to have it a little bit sweet and a little bit spicy, and so we're gonna add some of that cayenne. That's a heaping teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Then I want a heaping teaspoon of black pepper. It's up to you whether you use salt or not. I am going to use a little bit. It kind of helps draw a little bit of moisture out of the skin of the chicken or whatever you're doing. And then we're going to put Wild Tree's Absolutely Onion Blend. And we'll do a couple tablespoons of that, and it smells so good. And I like to let this sit on the meat overnight because then everything has a chance to rehydrate. And now I've got Wild Tree's Java Rub, and I'll read you the ingredients in that. It's sea salt, sugar, paprika, black pepper, espresso coffee, chipotle powder, garlic powder, allspice, orange powder, thyme, and it's organic. So I think, because they don't use any of those caking things either, we're going to pull that out with a teaspoon. So I want good, because we're having to use a teaspoon, I'm going to use 4 heaping teaspoons of that. That's going to add some really good flavor to this as well. And then the last dry ingredient is going to be a good 1/4 cup, maybe I'll do half cup of smoked paprika, and it just adds that smoky flavor that we love. And then I turn this into a paste, and you can do this as a dry rub as well, but I really like the fact that I can mix this all together, add some oil and make a paste out of this, or you can add oil and water and make a paste, and then you've got something that will adhere to whatever you're cooking. In this case, it's going to be a spatchcock chicken that we're going to be smoking on the grill. So now I'm ready. I've got all the dry ingredients are mixed up. Let's add some of the roasted garlic grapeseed oil by Wild Tree. And grapeseed oil has a flash point of 425 degrees, so it's a healthier oil to use when you're doing high temperature cooking. But for this kind of application as well. And then I don't want any more oil in that because the chicken has quite a bit of fat on it. I'm going to add a little bit of water, just you know, a couple tablespoons to thin this out a little bit and give these spices somewhere to go. I want it thick enough that I can smear it on the chicken, but thin enough like this. If it's kind of like a crumble topping, it's too thick. So we need a little bit more water. Till we get that paste we can really work with. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna bring you back after I get this chicken out, get her washed up, and I'll spatchcock it and get it slathered with this great, so you want a pasty consistency. It might even need a little bit more water, but we'll see. All right, that's how I make it. Okay, right, so now we're gonna go ahead and get this bird spatchcock. I've got my rub sitting here. It's been sitting for quite a while. And you're just gonna come in, after you've rinsed this off, you're gonna come in and you wanna go on each side of the spine. And you need some pretty sharp shears to get through that and cut that out. And then you want to make sure there's no splinters anywhere in there as well. And if you have to, come the other direction. And there you go. And now you've got one half done. Let's come in this side here. And this will just allow for this to smoke and cook more evenly. It'll be a lot easier to deal with on the barbecue. You could cut this in half. But since we're going to be serving 4 people with this, I'm not going to do that. I've got a tough little bone there. Let's see if I can get this side. It's hard to keep a grip. There we go. So that backbone is now out. You can use this for stew, soup, any of that. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and rinse this inside out again. Make sure there's no little bone fragments because you cut right through the ribs. And like right there. We just want to get that stuff out of there. And then clean this all up. And now I want to break that backbone, or not the backbone, but the heel bone there, just so it lays a little flatter. And you just go in there with a knife and go right down the middle. And now it'll lay nice and flat on the barbecue. All right, so I'm gonna get that rinsed off. I'll bring you back when I'm putting on all my stuff. Okay, so I've got my chicken, and this is a big bird. And it's ready to put the rub on it. I've got plastic wrap down over my table, and what I'm going to do is I've got a spoon here because I may not use all this rub, in which case I'm going to save it for another application. So you're going to go ahead and put a spoonful down, and then with your other hand you're going to go ahead and give her a nice massage. I can get in there with 2 hands. And what I'd like to do is get up under that breast skin. And make sure you are careful when you're pulling it away from the meat. Like a little membrane there, a little fat. Get up under there with that. So you get that rub all the way through all of it. Get under those wings. So once you get this first side all done, then you're gonna flip that over, get any excess, and get this meaty side done as well. I'm going to fold it up in the saran wrap and put it in a Ziploc, and it's going to sit here overnight. All right, guys, so this chicken has been in there overnight and all of this morning. I'm going to put this on, and we're going to smoke it half the time and then finish it up on the high. Okay, guys, it's raining, and the Traeger's still going. The chicken looks amazing. They're about halfway through, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this Coors Light down over it. Don't tell my husband. And let that baste a little bit. I turned it up on medium now, and we're just gonna let it finish. And as you can see, you know, wet weather. That's okay. It's all good. Rain is good. Got the lawn mowed. Everything's done. Just got to finish weed eating and weeding. Okay, I'll be back. All right, guys. So this chicken's been out here for 4 hours. About 3 hours of smoke time and the other hour of low, not high cooking, just medium on the Traeger. So I'm gonna get this off the grill. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And then I'm gonna let it rest. Ooh, better get a close up of that, because that's a good looking chicken, I tell you. And I have not turned that. It's just sat there. All I did was baste it with some Coors Light and let the rub do its trick. Okay, we are ready to get this on the plate. Turn the Traeger off. And it just feels like beautiful cooked chicken. Doesn't that look gorgeous? Okay, I will meet you in the house. Okay, guys, here's the end result. I've let this chicken rest a good 15 minutes, and now I'm ready to cut into this. And I just really like the fact that I do not have to turn this chicken on that Traeger. We'll cut into this breast meat so you can see how delicious that looks. And let's grab a fork. Sometimes when you smoke things, the skin gets a little bit on the tougher side. But look at that juicy breast meat right there. That's what we're talking about. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to take a bite of that. It's a huge bite, but I think I can do it. Okay, let's have a bite of that. Oh my gosh. That is phenomenal. Absolutely ridiculous. So good. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's some good chicken. Okay, guys, the end result. Here's Michael's plate. And I'm not going to dig into his chicken. I already had a bite of that chicken for you. But I've got some homemade rosemary and garlic bread and some salad. And then these are solar baked beans. And they are on the savory side. They're not sweet. These are pinto beans, and there's ground beef and onions and chilies and all that in here. But they're not like a chili either. They're more like a barbecued bean. So I'm going to taste those for you. Those cooked all day out on in the solar cooker at 200 degrees, 220, just slow cooked, and they're all nice and tender and delicious. So I hope this inspires you to come back. I truly hope it inspires you to try, maybe, you know what, step outside the box and try some homemade bread, some solar oven beans, and or some beautiful chicken done on a barbecue smoker. All right, so go check out all my links below. Hit that thumbs up button if you like it. Share it on your Facebook page, and I'll see you next time. All right, guys, God bless.